This is the Two Scrappy Chicks podcast where life is messy, the stories are real, and we dare to talk about it anyway.
Hey, welcome back. Ginger Snaps Reality, Real Housewives of the OC, Season 20, Episode 2. And it starts out with bungee yoga with Gina, Shannon, and Jen. And it's funny, it's no secret that Shannon is not so graceful and needs to work on her balance. Um, Gina earlier, 3 weeks prior, went to Paris with Emily to celebrate her 50th birthday, and she wants to do a party for her here. And she said she thought it would be cute if they do an old lady dress up. And then Gina and Jen asked Shannon if she's talked to Tamra, and she said uh, no. And she also said, I'm not looking for people to handle Tamra for me. And Jen realizes that she caused an issue with Tamra and Heather and needs to fix it. Next, we see Emily and Shane, and they have a podcast, and they added an additional podcast. So they were getting photo shoots for it till Death Do Us Part, where they're in wedding gear, and they're about to record their first episode. Um, and then Gina said, Tamara didn't say thank you as she was under them, Emily's podcast, uh, sharing the audience. And then Shane said to Emily he wants her to do a thank you card. So next we see Tamara and Heather meeting for I can never tell if it's lunch or dinner. Um and then Tamara had just earlier gone paddling. Was it paddleboarding? And she's like, it was hard. So Heather said she didn't like how the party ended, and Tamara told Heather, um, what Jen said. And Heather feels like, um, well, I don't know why I wrote this. Heather feels better. Heather's trying to explain the boxes theory, and Tamara thinks she changes her personality when around certain people. Okay, next, the On Cue Style Boutique. Shannon gets there, and then Carmela comes in. Carmela's the new girl. And Shannon invites Carmela to Emily's party, and they live near each other. And um, Carmela um, likes Shannon. She thought she was funny at Heather's party. And when Shannon was 21, she married Jeff Garcia. He was a quarterback. I don't remember which team. So that was like a 12, 13-year difference. And she was at a Playboy. She was at the Playboy Mansion because she was a playmate. And that's how they met. And she also talked of other celebrities that she met at the party. She said Leonardo DiCaprio. But she said, yeah, I went home with him, but, we didn't have sex. And then also, Carmela was a WWE on the Monday Night Raw. All right. So then next, uh, Vicky and Tamra are talking, and Vicky's limping still issues with her knee. They talk about the party, and Vicky says it feels like there was just groups and clusters of people, hanging out together. like it wasn't a hole. And um Tamara feels like Heather's downplaying playing her friend, her friends. Um and Tamara, oh, sorry, Vicky thinks that Heather is downplaying her friendship with Tamara and that Heather wants to be liked by everyone. I think that Tamara said that and will love bomb them. And then because she thinks then they won't talk about her behind her back. And Vicky said that when she came back that Heather sent her a text, welcome back. I'm the leader, and Vicky's like, no, I am. And then they're talking about the podcast, about well, that Heather shamed Tamara that she went after Emily um on the pod about the podcast. Emily and Shane were under two T's and then they went on their own. However, they still do appear in two T's platform. And if people listen from there, Tamara and Teddy, make money off of that. And so Vicky said, we should go to Havasu, the good old days. And then Vicky said she did go there with her current boyfriend Mike and seen Don. And Vicky regrets divorcing him. And she was like so into talking to Don that she forgot to introduce Mike to him. So Mike introduced himself. Next, we go to Carmela's house. Beautiful, huge house. And she has four kids. But so far, we see Presley, who is 17, and Faith, who's 14. And she was telling the girls, like, they want to earn money. So she was telling them, well, why don't you ask, what can I do to earn money? The oldest one plays girls' football. And she was telling the girls that they need to know how to budget money, you know, et cetera, et cetera. Uh, her son, Jax, she's got two. Jax, 15, JJ, 17. And Carmela says that she grew up in Ohio and that she had strict parents and that she like snuck around. Excuse me. Hmm. Excuse me. And she snuck around. And one time she snuck out and her car broke down and she hitchhiked back home because she was afraid if she called her mom, she'd be in big trouble. And Carmela does have a boyfriend. His name is Danny, and he lives with Carmela. He's divorced twice, and he's accepting of her kids. And next, Carmela was trying to get a hold of Jax because he didn't go to track. And she gave him a lecture because, he came home. I think she also made a phone call to his dad about it. So, um, and then this is the last scene is Hamburger Marys is where they have Emily's birthday party and there was drag queens greeting everybody and it was bingo night too. And Emily um she was saying how turning 50 that she was a lawyer, passed the bar twice, mom, has the podcast. And so yeah, and she lost a lot of weight. She looks like incredible. She's in good shape. So then we see Tamara and Vicky come in dressed up as old ladies, and people were saying Vicky looks like um Vicki Lawrence, the actress when she played Thelma Harper on Mama's Family, and it's funny, she does. And Tamara's wearing this underwear outfit. It was just funny. And then when Heather came in, they said she looked like Cruella DeVille. And then when Shannon came in, she looked like a Kennedy. Jen came in with a cane and robe and rollers. I'm sorry, with a cane and rollers in her hair. And then Carmela came in and had like a short gray wig and glasses. And for job wise, I guess Carmela is in development, and Gina was saying that it's not competition for her because Gina's in real estate. And the reason why Carmela got divorced is, and I'm sorry, she's not divorced, but the reason why she's separated from her husband is he cheated and he left. Um, I'm going the wrong way. I'm sorry. Um, so they're not really legally divorced. The kids were 3, 4, 5, and 6. And I don't know if it has to do with assets or what, or if it's in the cards, they'll get a divorce. But he does live in San Diego with the girlfriends, and ironically, they all spend holidays together amicably, which is good. Um, Not a lot of people can do that, and it's sometimes better, for the kids if you can get along. So they're playing bingo, and well, before they started bingo, that's when Emily came in and she's looking around, looking around. She didn't recognize anybody because she did not um, realize that they were dressed up like old ladies. And she was talking about 50 sounds older. And Heather did a little speech and said, be careful of our own brain hormones, relationships, how they shift. Um, Vicky has talked about dying forever, according to Tamra, and they showed a flashback of a previous, uh, kind of ancient clip from a show prior, more than a couple years ago. And Gina was asking Carmela about her boyfriend, and apparently he has cheated on her too. And she has a hard time trusting because in her marriage he cheated, but she's for some reason sticking it out with the boyfriend. And Jen apologized to Heather, saying it wasn't her place to say what Heather said about Tamra to Tamra, and that she wouldn't do it again. And Heather is like, okay, let's, clear the air. Um, the whole podcast thing, Emily and Tamra had a discussion about it. Emily recognized that, yeah, I do appreciate your help, and we are on our own feed. And Tamara said, well, we still play it on our feed. So, kind of I make money off of you kind of thing still. But it seems like all is good and everybody is going to move forward. So that was it for that episode. Real Housewives of the OC airs on Thursdays. So until next time. We really appreciate you hanging out with the two scrappy chicks today. If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to like, subscribe, download, and share it with a friend. And if you have any questions or topics you'd like us to cover, just let us know.